What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Therapist Logan Reacts. Today, we are going to pivot a little bit. We're going to do a new artist I haven't done in a while, but an artist that has been very important to my entire music journey and everything that's just been really important to me growing up. An artist that's very dear to me. And we are doing Kid Cudi, the new song Neverland that just came out. We're going to do a reaction to it and kind of just go from there. Let's jump right into it.
This universe has common ground. Just takes a while to come around. When I'm feeling up and I'm feeling down, reminds me that I'm still alive.
All right, this is the first initial tune. The guitar strumming, so clean. It's reminds me of like old Kid Cudi. And it's like a throwback. But the line, when I'm feeling up and I'm feeling down, reminds me that I'm still alive. I think that's really important too. And again, which is like my philosophy of therapy and how I kind of practice and how I teach and how I provide psychoeducation and everything kind of revolving around that. It's like we can't have the good and constantly be in the good without the bad. And I've explained this in some of my videos before, but a lot of the times when somebody is feeling very low or feeling down, depressed, or anything, if they are in a state that calls for it, I'm not going to always challenge or always question or always try to create this thought or push, or not push, but provide this philosophy. But a certain sense of reframing allows it to be like you're able to feel this low only because you have something to compare it to. Like feeling low and feeling high. Like I only can feel this low if I've ever felt this high on the other end of the spectrum. And I think that's so important when it comes to just like it reminds you that you're still alive. Like there's like that one quote from South Park with Butters when he's crying in the rain and talks about like, well, I know I can only feel this sad because I felt this happy before. And it's just so funny that that show has had such like a deep connection. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go search up Butters crying in the rain, sadness and happiness or something, and go check it out and comment down below if you get what he's saying. But I think that's just a really important thing that again sticks out. And Kid Cudi's talked about in a lot of his music has depression, anxiety, substance use, psychosis, exploration of identity and self, and there's a lot of good things in a lot of the other songs too. So if you haven't heard of Kid Cudi, I'd be surprised, but go check him out. There's a lot of a lot of songs too. Start with "Man on the Moon" and just go from there.
A melody that I can see is tangible in front of me. A memory that I can keep reminds me that I'm still alive. Sailing to our Neverland. We'll never die, you and I, chasing something better. We'll never die, you and I.
Whoa, that was very unexpected. That was not expected. I got goosebumps. Wow. Sailing to our Neverland. We'll never die, you and I, chasing something that'll last. We'll never die, you and I. Wow. I think that's really... I gotta rewind that. I'm gonna replay that. I need to feel that again.
Reminds me that I'm still alive.
I like that. I think the idea of like Neverland too is something we're chasing. It's like an internal thing because as humans we fear death. That's just a consistent trope that kind of occurs with humanity. And people who say that they're not afraid of death, there's very few that actually are afraid of it. There are very few that aren't afraid of it. Sorry, I misspoke. But I think I don't know, what's sticking out to me in the song that Neverland is like wanting to find something, and it seems like love or just interactions or experience with individuals is so important, and just being able to have that and having that feeling that will like never die within us makes it is like how we can partially see that Neverland, and like being in that moment and having that moment kind of to ourselves is like that split moment, split reality of this will always be ours. There's nothing that can take away from this, never be gone until again, like, and that's just in that moment. It's like, it's so important. And it's just, again, seeking in, or it's like a window into that idea of like Neverland in an area of love and compassion and connection that an experience that, again, we don't die in that situation. So pretty tough.
I see forever in your face. I wonder now, but I can wait. These broken walls, this house we made, a product of our fantasy. Hourglass slipping into time. You and me caught between the lines. You and me caught inside the vibes. And I can get used to it. Sailing to our Neverland.
Wow.
We'll never die, you and I, chasing something better. We'll never die, you and I.
So I just kind of want to go back to the line before the. So I'm proud I got my fantasy. Hourglass slipping into time. You and me caught inside the vibes. And again, sailing out of Neverland. I think, again, it's facilitating this idea of it's like time stops, or this being together with somebody and what it can feel like, and just the power that's behind like the idea of love and attraction, and how we connect with one another's on a intimate level, kind of just through psychology and biology as well, is so meaningful. And I think artists do a really good job in encapsulating the idea of perspective and perception of how they see that in a creative way. And again, it's like this idea of this love is kind of transcends, like love transcends like time and all the other dimensions of reality. And it's just such an important theme and topic for humans and animals in general, but specifically humans, and how far we're capable of taking it with us being conscious beings, and just like the feeling that it can give and the reality it can have during like our present time, which I think is just really cool. And I think he's like explaining it in a really creative, like awesome way. And the sounds and songs, just like his lyrics as well as the sound behind it, is just, oh wow, it's really empowering. Like this is, I just can't stop smiling. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. Yep. Okay. So that's the scales tipping. Oh, sorry. Hearts skipping, the scales tipping. It's called living. I think this fully encapsulates the idea that, again, comes with love, because when it comes with love, there's always that vulnerability aspect that needs to be there, and that's seen all throughout psychology and everything that I've seen when it comes to working with couples in couples therapy, or just again working through problematic things in relationships. And again, just this idea that like the scales tipping, it can go back and forth. There's change constantly happening because there's three individual, or not individuals, there's three people in a relationship. So it's one individual, the second individual, and then them as a couple. And there's three different things, three different dynamics you have to keep. So each of them have to keep their individuality as well as being able to come together and be that couple identity. But they still need to be able to ebb and flow through each one. So these scales tipping kind of comes with finding that balance of maneuvering in between and not becoming fully absolved into just a couple and that's our entire identity, as well as, so it's just again like that vulnerability of aspect of needing to still be yourself and finding that balance that's healthy for the couple and just going through there. Because but this is the part where he's saying it's called living, because if you're not willing to be vulnerable with people or step outside of your comfort zone and think like, are you living or are you just existing? And I think that's really, really big here.
Neverland will never die. You and I chasing something that'll last. We'll never die. You and I sailing to our Neverland. We'll never die. You and I chasing something that'll last. We'll never die. You and I. Ooh, and the na 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 na. Oh, we'll never die. You and I. Ooh, and the na 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 na. Oh, we'll never die. You and I. Night you calling, you know I'm calling. You said to me, babe, let's make a moment. At night you calling, you know I'm coming. You said to me, babe, let's make a moment. At night you calling, you know I'm coming. You said to me, babe, let's make a moment.
So this is the moment that I was kind of talking about before, this moment in time, the presence of just being fully encapsulated in this idea of vulnerable, intimate love, and just how it can transcend what it's kind of going through. Again, this idea of like Neverland, of like feeling like you could really never die. And like, again, love transcending it, love never dies. Love will constantly kind of always continue on, like with it being love, you know? So I think this is a really pretty sick song so far.
Night you calling, you know I'm calling. You said to me, babe, let's make a moment.
So that song wildly hit. I haven't heard Kid Cudi making a song in a while. Shout out Kid Cudi. Big part of my childhood growing up. Great song. This, I just added it to my playlist. I just added it to my my Apple Music. So definitely banger, Kid Cudi. If you see this, shout out you. That'd be so cool. If not, it's all right too. But let me know. Make sure you give this video a like. Are you a Kid Cudi fan? Did you like this song? Did you not like this song? Make sure you give a comment down below as to why, because I love your guys' perspective, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with me or not. Again, this is just to create appropriate discourse, conversation. Again, this is just opportunity. Is there anything that I missed that you think I missed as a therapist? Let me know in the comments down below. I really like this song. It's meaningful to me. There's a lot of good, deep-seated therapeutic lyrics in it. And yeah, I just think this is a banger song. I downloaded this one. Really meaningful. I did not expect that drop like that. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed too. Let's get to 1,000. We're almost there. I appreciate you all supporting this channel. We're really growing, and I just really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next video. Thank you so much for watching.